Hello everybody, I am Tom and you are watching me play Baldur's Gate 3. So in the last episode, we fought a giant spider. We beat the giant spider, we then jumped down into the Underdark. As soon as we land in the Underdark, we were confronted by 2 Minotaurs who immediately started trying to kill us. We barely got out of that fight alive. Gale actually came in clutch. Without Gale, we would have been absolutely screwed. So that was a thing. But now we can explore the Underdark a bit further. I also noticed that we all have this condition. We all have this condition now called rapport spores. Effective creatures can communicate telepathically with one another. We could kind of already do that, but the reason they put all these spores around is because Myconids do it so that they can communicate with people, because they only can... That's the bullet, I assume. Myconids can only communicate through telepathy because they don't have, you know, mouths, which is usually what's required. Ancient Selionite Journal. Staff of the Moon Maiden. Read this book over here because it's interesting. This is the Journal of a Dark Justica. It always felt vainglorious to think my deeds worthy of a personal journal. But as I watch the drow mass outside our gate, I realize my arrogance is already of a far costlier sort. I see no harm in tipping the scales a little further. Not for me, but for those who follow me down into the dark. They deserve to be remembered. Initiate Norm Remus, lost in the deep tunnels as we fell back from the drow. Initiate Thulk of the Northern Wastes, grazed by an arrow and succumbed to poison. Initiate Bree Becker, who stood against a Dryder with only her mason's hammer. Jesus. And initiates they are, the entire company, for they have seen and suffered too much to be called novices. We've collapsed the tunnel behind and had made ready to open the gate. Perhaps they can carve a path through, and if not, I enclose a list of names. Let the annals show that whatever their end, the cause was the same. One, High Justicar Jarrus, wished to stamp this name in the history of his church. He sought to forge a path through the darkness, not realizing there are some places the light has never meant to touch. He was a fool. That's the High Justicars. Okay. Apparently I can't take this book. I don't suppose I can talk to you, can I? Nope. You're long past the ability to be able to talk. So this is a bunch of dead High Justicars. I assume this is where the Dark Justicars are. Let's have a look, shall we? This rat was killed. Interesting, it's trapped. Stop being hit by fire, you idiots. Okay, so they all got hit by fire. That's a thing. There's traps. Good to know. Also, we got the Ancient Selionite Journal. A densely scrawled journal, only a few pages have been spared the ravages of time. I can't sleep without the moon and stars. As a child, I prayed for them before I ever knew Seluna's name. Is that blasphemy? When I walk the battlements, the only light I see is the glow of their eyes, out there, waiting. I know the High Initiate is making a plan. He'll get us out of this. We're making a stand. Moon Maiden fair, lend us your light, to guide us home in dark of night, to keep us on the path of right, ever burning, ever bright. The last line of the paragraph succumbs to blurring as is stained by something wet. Blood, presumably. Okay. I assume this is the ruins of the Dark Justicars. That's my assumption. Chasm Creeper over here. That's a Selionite outpost. Interesting. So this is the... Oh, this... I bet... I know where this will be. I bet if we go up through the Goblin Camp, this will be the secret door that takes us down into... Yeah, okay. Fair enough. I'm tempted to even go back and check that, but I'm already down here, so let's keep going. Also, everyone is nearly dead, so what I'm actually going to make them do is eat apples, because I have a bunch of apples, and apples heal you. I got told by a lot of people in the comments that I should be paying more attention to food, and indeed they're correct, because they can just heal you like a million times. Apparently potatoes also heal you. Let's eat potatoes. I mean, they're better than healing potions, because they're more plentiful. Full health, Gale, you are nearly dead as well. Finish off these pears. And eat apples. And then you probably just take a superior healing potion. Perfect. Superior arguably was a waste, but you know, whatever. Let's go further. So these purple spores, all they're doing is giving me this rapport spore. They're rapport spores. Interesting. So this spider mark here looks like it's a shrine to Lolth, perhaps? Petrified drow, huh? Bunch of petrified drow over here. Are we gonna run into some basilisks? Or are the Myconids the ones petrifying people? That's just a full circle, I don't need to worry about that. Let's head down here. Interesting. So I've noticed some people petrified. My characters didn't notice, I did. Alright, so the bullet's actually attacking us now. Oh, it doesn't have a 3D model. I really wanted to look at it. So there's an AC of 17, that's why it's so fucking hard to hit. Very dumb. Very high constitution, very high strength, okay. I mean, theoretically I can take it down. Hunter's Market. Let's do acid. Made it saving throw, but it's still acided, so it has a lower AC now. That's useful. Ignore that. Going onto the same level you actually are would be good. There we go. There we go, 55, that's slightly better. Still missed. Let's go Shatter. Made his save, unfortunately, but you know, what you gonna do? Let's do your second level healing word right here. Because I had taken a lot of damage. Okay, he's on fire now. Unfortunately, he's still obscured by shadows. That's something they should add. If something is on fire, it should give off light. In my humble opinion. Let's go Tears Protection here on myself, because I don't have the greatest AC. He's gonna land on top of all of us. Okay, theoretically, this does not give... that does not give him an attack of opportunity, theoretically. That did. Alrighty then. Let's do a Misty Step up to here. I mean, you can't reach. Then just Magic Missile, I guess. I don't think this bullet can actually reach me up here, which is why I feel slightly safer up there. Menacing Attack, please. Made the save, but I think that's fine. Action Surge. Menacing Attack again. Missed that time. Kind of unfortunate. I'm gonna do pull here. Unfortunately, I was hoping that'd do it slightly further so it'd be out of melee range for my main character, but it didn't. It's fine though. Is he gonna run away? No, it's just trying to kill my other guys. And missed, thankfully. Whew. Okay. First level spell. Let's get you up. Then we do Magic Missile. Great. Lizelle. I think we run up, right? Another menacing attack. Missed it, annoyingly. Ran away. Okay. Apparently I just can't see her to help her, I think is what that was happening, by the way. Alright, so we're nearly dead. Good to know. Thankfully, Prayer of Healing is a thing we have. We have one more second level spell. I could do a second Prayer of Healing, but I think what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to drop Prayer of Healing and instead pick up Aid. The reason being that Aid gives us temporary hit points above what we already have. So you see where our maximum hit points are going to go up by 5. Much better. How much food do we have? Probably not enough. Puts her at max. How much are you missing? Fair amount? Do I do a greater healing here? No, let's do one normal. Gale, how are you doing? You take a greater. Lizelle is fine. Alright, well, that happened. It ran away. So that's the thing. Here's this other Minotaur that I knocked down, T-posing. Amulet of the Unworthy. Once part of the Protector of the Unworthy girdle, this buckle was torn off and fashioned into an amulet and could be worn by creatures of all sizes. Resistance to slashing damage, vulnerability to bludgeoning damage. Interesting. Good to know. Let's jump across. Was that Myconid fellow that did that? There are some Myconids over there. Let's head up here now. The reason I'm heading up here is I want to... Predictable now. I want to get... There we go. I want rapport spores. Because I can see some Myconids over here, so I want to go see if I can talk to the Myconids. Let's give it a quick save here.
You are swallowed by a chorus of turbulent music. Through one creature sings many voices, the harmony of an entire collective.
Sovereign, she has come. She is here.
The choir fades. A single melody rises above the others, brassy and commanding.
I am sovereign.
You see a vision. Your lifeless body wrapped in fungal tendrils. The sovereign is threatening you.
State your purpose.
Seek understanding. Focus on the sovereign's song. Interesting.
You detect a distinct quiver in every note. These creatures have experienced recent tragedy.
I sense your fear. Come to aid you. This is a lie, by the way.
Fungal roots
Well, not necessarily a lie.
weave through your mind, seeking your true intent. Then the sovereign drones a new melody, cautious but welcoming.
Descend to me. Let us speak in flesh.
The persistent music coaxes you forward. The sovereign expects you.
Interesting. As you can no doubt tell from this, they're also a hive mind. So you hear a spore serpent.
Fungus and mold glaze the grotesque creature's face and body. A voice drifts into your mind as you gaze upon the misshapen servant.
Leave this one. Come to me. We must speak.
This is a Duragar, by the way. This is a deep gnome. This is cool, by the way. Also, we have a fast travel point. Awesome. The pungent Myconid. Ah, here we go. The Myconid's sovereign.
What is the creature? The sovereign's thick fingers stroke the corpse at its feet. A droning melody greets you as the creature turns its gaze to you.
Flesh talker. I show you a memory. Watch and listen.
Okay.
A violent vision grips you. Dwegar, dark dwarves, chopping Myconid remains.
They broke our peace. They killed our young.
Sounds like Duragar.
The sovereign's song slows to the pace of a dirge. It is still in mourning.
We laid waste to many, but intruders remain. Lakewood.
The sovereign's song halts as it measures your worth.
I sense your resolve. You will find Dwergar invaders near Lake's Edge. Cleanse the rot. Destroy them.
Let us spill blood. Dwergar or Myconid, I care not which.
Why did these Duragar attack?
Deep purples swirl into familiar shapes. Gnomes in mining gear, chased by Dwergar.
The Dwergar seek a gnome. It is a guest.
Yeah, the Duragar take deep gnomes as slaves. As do Drow, but... Sure, I can handle those Duragar.
An illusion comes over you. A Dwergar choking on a cloud of gleaming dust.
I can spare you no warrior. Too many were lost. But accept this gift. It will help you exterminate.
The Sovereign gifts you one more vision. A wall of vines parting to reveal glow.
Riches of magic and mind. Cleanse the rot.
Now you're talking my language.
They are yours. You do the circle a service. We will await word.
It replies with an echoing screech and returns its gaze to the corpse. Unusual spores waft from the decaying flesh.
I mean, it's turning him into spore servants is what's happening. There we go. You can see. We got 2 new items. We got a pacifying spore pouch and a bibberbang spore pouch. Certainly an interesting picture of a pouch. They're all placeholders, by the way. Cool. So we can go kill some Duragar. I kind of want to fight Duragar. I mean, I would have just as happily killed the Myconids. It's more to the fact, You a hobgoblin? What are you? You look like a hobgoblin. Hook horror. Hello.
Angry trills and tremors shake your skull. Cries of anguish to its mycelic god.
I actually wanted to talk to that weird abomination. Blurg. I'll talk to Blurg. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I want to fight Duragar because they have the ability to grow huge, and I want to see whether that's implemented in the game yet. Because it's just a cool ability. The Shattered Solderine. Alright. Hello.
Ah, a visitor. You're a welcome sight. But let us observe the customs of the locals.
The scholar's brow tenses. His voice spills into your skull, the spores connecting mind to mind.
Blurg, proud member of the Society of Brilliance, at your service. Or perhaps not. Your mind is far more complex than the fungi.
Yeah, that's what I thought. He's a hobgoblin. I've never heard of the Society of Brilliance.
Understandable. We are small in number and rarely stay in one place for long. My colleagues and I are working to improve conditions in the Underdark. This need not be such a dire, hostile place. It's curious to find a surface dweller here. What has brought you down so deep?
A mind flayer infected me with a tadpole.
Truly remarkable. But why come to the Underdark, where they hold so much power?
I'm going to explain the whole story. This guy seems nice.
You were infected by an illithid tadpole? It's a miracle you're still intact. You must be worried sick, but have no fear. I have a friend who may be able to assist. Omelium!
I hope this is important, Blurg. My Zerkwood samples need constant attention.
It is. This adventurer has an illithid tadpole inside her head, but she hasn't turned.
No ceramorphosis. That's impossible.
Yeah.
But intriguing. Are you looking to have it extracted?
Geich, your head will make a fine trophy for my queen.
Please hold. I understand your rage against my kin. One of my brethren forced a tadpole into your eye. Or ear, perhaps. But I assure you, I stand with the Society of Brilliance, not the colonies of my people.
The Myconids wouldn't appreciate us fighting here. I'll listen.
Fool! They infest your head and invade your dreams, and still you would parley.
I ask only that you refrain from violence. I respect that your opinion of my kind may be charged. If that settles matters for the time being, would you like a diagnosis? Open your mind to me. Let us see what lurks within.
Relax and let Ormelium search my mind. I mean, he's separated from a colony, so he does have individuality. He's not, like, tied to an elder brain.
As Ormelum's mind pierces yours, the tadpole pulses with power. It feels 10 times its size. Alive, awake, almost smug.
This is most unusual. The incubation period should be complete, as should your transformation. But the larva is infused with strange magic. It appears to be in some form of stasis.
Can you extract the tadpole?
No. It appears to be shielded from physical and magical influence. And even without the shield, the extraction would involve severe cranial trauma.
That doesn't sound ideal.
It is not ideal. The process would surely kill you.
Tell Ormelium about the strange mind flayer ship you were on. I can get a lot of information out of this guy, probably.
The Nautiloid. Fascinating. I have never set foot on one myself. They were our warships during the greatest eras of the Illithid Empire. We ruled the entire astral plane from their decks. The design was lost when the Gith rebelled and ended our dominion.
Thank you for the information.
Of course. I am sorry I cannot assist you in its removal. But I have an idea.
Oh, perhaps I should start taking notes.
There may be a way to bypass that stasis. There are many alchemical substances that can influence the mind.
Isn't the stasis why the tadpole hasn't killed me yet?
I do not intend to shatter its protection. I need only bypass the interference that prevents me from communicating with the larva.
Interesting. Bypass? What kind of alchemy are we talking about?
A tincture distilled from a collection of rare mushrooms. They have subtle psionic influence. I would require a fresh tongue of madness and Timask spores. But be warned, in their natural state, both of these mushrooms can be quite dangerous. Timasks cause confusion in those that approach them. The tongue is self-explanatory.
Where do I find these mushrooms?
The Underdark, of course, although they are quite rare, and their discovery perilous. I imagine Lenore would have them in her possession. She served Mystra as a cleric.
Cleric of Mystra, interesting. Powerful magic. Where does this Lenore live?
The southwest when I last saw her, although her tower does have a tendency to move.
Yeah, makes sense. Why would a cleric have a bunch of dangerous mushrooms?
She is quite fond of her garden. Lenore has always been a lonely sort. Nature was her only companion. I offered her the chance to join the society, but she refused. Her experiments on Susa bark took priority.
Alright, I'll come back when I find the mushrooms.
May your travels be safe and swift.
Interesting here. So, clearly, mind flayers are evil. Pretty much universally. I mean, obviously there's going to be exceptions to that rule, but hobgoblins also generally evil. I'm assuming that this order that they're members of isn't exactly morally good. Probably not morally evil either, but I would say they're very, very true neutral in the truest sense, if I were to hazard a guess. Here's a trader, however, so I'm going to see if he has anything to buy.
Welcome back. Have you made any new discoveries?
I've never seen a hobgoblin like you before.
The feeling is mutual, friend. I have only passing familiarity with the surface races. But I found that there is as much to learn from an individual as there is from a community. So it is with the Myconids. They live in harmonious unity, but each has a unique personality.
Researching the Underdark sounds like a dangerous prospect.
Yes, but it has abundant natural resources. Spores, water orbs, Trillimac. I've studied them for years.
What have your studies uncovered?
This is not a wasteland. It is a glorious ecosystem. Every civilization here could thrive without conflict.
Do you have anything... were you here when the Duragar attacked?
I observed the fight from a distance. Combat is not my field of expertise.
Makes sense.
But the Myconids
Clearly a scientist.
handled themselves well enough.
Anything interesting for trade?
I do enjoy a good bargain. If anything in my private collection is to your liking.
Ooh. A circlet that gives you Scorching Ray. That's interesting. There's a couple of pretty good scrolls. Sunwalker's Gift. This ring's arcane jewel parts all but the darkest of shadow. Interesting. I guess that just always has light on it? And the Sapphire Spark. Every gem hanging from this necklace is warm to the touch, as if waiting to ignite. The wearer of this item gets Magic Missile. When the wearer casts Magic Missile, each dart of force deals an additional 1d4 psychic. Interesting. Well, that's something I want. How much are you going to charge me for that? 2,000. Fair. How about this ring? Puts it up to 3,500. You know, if I sell him everything, I could probably afford all three of these. Was that 5,200? mean, probably. Alright, I'm gonna do some shopping. I want all 3 of these things. I won't make you sit through me doing all my shopping, but I'll be back momentarily.
Very well.
Alright, we're back. So, I did actually buy some of those things. I got the Sunwalker's gift, so I'm pretty sure I'm just emanating light now. I should probably actually give that to Gale, makes a lot more sense. And then my ring, so I'll put on a gold. I'll put on gold ring, you can put on a gold ring, sure. So we've got a Sunwalker's gift, so that I assume gives off light. It never actually specifies, but I assume that just means we emanate light. We also got the Sapphire Spark. So this gives Magic Missile, so I could give it to one of my guys who doesn't already know Magic Missile. However, the Psychic Missiles part at the end, when this wearer casts Magic Missile, each dart of force deals an additional 1d4 Psychic. I'm assuming that if I cast Magic Missile with Gale, it's going to do a lot more. Simply because he's already spec'd into Magic Missile, so he already does a lot of damage with Magic Missile. And his regular spell is going to get buffed by this necklace. I also bought... What was the other thing I got? A circlet. Here we go. Circular blasting. So Shadowheart can do Scorching Ray as well. She doesn't have the greatest intelligence, so it's not that useful, but you know. She has it. Alright, so let's keep searching this Myconid place, shall we? Spore Servant. Oh, a Deep Wrath. Interesting. Hello. Bellows. I failed the perception check. Let's go speak with animals, shall we?
Want master back. He treats me good now. Doesn't kick me anymore.
Interesting. So...
Flesh walker. Tongue talker. Far you've come. Reach into memory. Tell me of home.
Huh. I live at the edge. They probably won't like solitude, but it's probably interesting to them. I live at the edges. Wherever there's solitude, there's danger, but peace too.
It reveals its own home in reply. A humid cove filled with decaying Myconid corpses.
Dwegar destroyed my people.
Interesting. Jesus.
I am a sovereign with no circle. This circle does not welcome me. But I have heard the song. You mean to cleanse the Dwegar rot. I mean to join you.
Sure. Are you sure? It's going to be dangerous.
I am the danger, and I am the cure. They erased my people. I will erase theirs.
Cool. Very well. You may join.
Remain in the Underdark, and I will follow. We cleanse the rot together.
Cool. I've a Myconid following me now.
To cover rent.
Oh. You're not,
Seems the shrooms are letting
Interesting.
in more people every day. You see a fella on his own on your way in. Dwarf. Balin's his name.
Can you describe it?
Bald, blue tunic, dumb as a stick.
Haven't seen him.
Right. Never mind.
I could look for him for a price.
Please. I know better than to promise coin to a stranger. He'll find his own way out, or he won't. I'll wait a little longer. What a bleeding waste it'd be to come all the way down here for nothing. Well?
What do you got? You also have magic items. Crossbows, interesting. This does have the loading feature. Interesting. Good to know. This is the first crossbow I've seen, by the way. So what loading means is that you have to spend I think at least a bonus action to actually load the crossbow between shots. Though this crossbow's stock is hollowed out, its heavier trigger mechanism keeps it well balanced. Interesting. The heavy crossbow, a light crossbow, a short bow +1. My longbow is currently still better. And the herbalist gloves. These the leather smells faintly of herbs if you've washed in a herbal bath. If the wearer heals a poisoned creature, it is no longer poisoned. Oh, interesting. Huh. She's also selling a bomb, which is kind of useful. Yeah. Honestly, I'm not that interested. Healing potions would probably be nice, I guess. It's fine. Alrighty then. I guess we head this way, right? Balin, hostile Duergar. So the Duergar are blocking my path anyway, so... I guess Balin, he must be the dwarf she was looking for. So I have a Myconid buddy helping me. That's nice. Let's head kind of vaguely north and see if we... A deep hole. That sounds like a poor decision to start with. Maybe later. Let's ignore it for now.
That's a Susa tree.
These grooves are fresh.
These things drain away
Creature
one's
of the
magic.
dark, staking its claim.
Shouldn't linger here.
Everyone said something at once, I didn't see what happened there. Huh. I mean, I can... Let's keep going this way, why not? We're kind of heading in the direction towards Balin, I think. These chasm creepers, by the way. Can he climb? He can, okay. I have to actually specifically tell him to do it, though. These chasm creepers, they sell for exorbitant amounts of money.
Could be genuine, or a trap.
Stop! Stop! Bibber Bang!
You recognize the name. Bibberbang, a mushroom that releases dangerous spores. Highly flammable.
This is quite the predicament you've landed yourself in.
I know that! Scroll! Escape! My bag, please! I've dropped it somewhere!
Hold tight, I'll find your bag.
Thank you, thank you!
Asteria never likes it when you help anybody. Okay, so... Actually, let's not use her. Let's use someone who has dark vision. You know what would actually help here a lot? Can I get to that bag? Maybe. Well, that didn't work. Well, he's dead. He's very much dead. Plus side. Ah, he had scrolls of Misty Step. Balin Bone Cloak. He had scroll invisibility, rope, and a knife. I wonder actually whether or not there was a way that I could have like done create water on the torch or something. What would have been really useful there is if I had a... What is that? Interesting though. The Myconid is immune to it. What is this? Once again, like a shrine to lawful, I think. Interesting. Certainly interesting. These actually weigh a fair amount, so I'm not going to drop them. They sell for very little, and they sell for very little, and they don't actually they weigh a fair amount. Well, let's go tell her that he's dead, I suppose. Hey, Myconid fellow, climb this, please. Cool. I think I needed Sasua Bloom for something. Specifically, also my phone went dead, so I have no idea what my time is sitting at. So we may actually end soon just to... That's fine. Where was it? Balin died. We should tell Diroth. Yeah, that's fine. Not the devil. Masterwork weapon. We found a Sasua tree. We now need to take some of its bark. So not the bloom, we need the bark. Also, there's hook horrors all over the place here. I don't know precisely where I would get bark off this thing. There's also a hole here, but for now I'm going to ignore the hole, because I'm sure I can go down the hole. I'm not so sure I'll be able to come up the hole again. Hey, Diroth.
Well?
Balin died in a field of toxic mushrooms.
Dead? Worthless old fool. He had one bleeding job.
Who is he to you?
My husband. 80 soggin years together, and he leaves me in the lurch like this. I should have killed him myself.
Good old dwarves. No love lost between you two, I gather.
Love? Never heard of it. Balin was a rotten old bastard. Treated me like an old shoe for 70 years before his mind started to go. Softened him up. Made him realize how much he needed me. Losing his mind was the only good he ever did by me.
What are you doing down here?
Collecting noble stock. Valuable mushroom. We've a shop in Baldur's Gate. The locals go mad for it. Not no more, though.
What makes this mushroom so valuable?
I've yet met an ailment it couldn't help. Baldness, blindness, poison, piles, and best of all, it cures my dangerously underweight purse.
Interesting.
I'll find my way out. No point hanging around this den of misery.
Interesting. Ah, that's where the Sariah bark is. We can see it on the map. So I guess I could go the whole way around. I guess I can also come up this way, I think, though, right? Can I just climb down here? Yeah, it seems like it. There are some hook horrors around here that I should probably be slightly careful of. Where's my Myconid buddy? Ah. He's too short. He has to jump. That's funny. He's too short to climb down those things. So he has to jump down them. I guess he is about the height of a dwarf, really, isn't he? So we may have to end up fighting some hook horrors here. Depending on whether they want to attack me? Seems like it, yeah. Okay, so Lizelle can't see a damn thing. Yeah, she can barely hit things. That hook horror has 62 HP. That's interesting. As long as we've got one hook horror, I think we're going to be alright. I assume hook horrors can jump. I've never actually used or fought hook horrors in D&D, so I'm not actually sure. It's what? A third chance to hit does 2d6 fire damage per ray? How many times is this? Once per long rest. Okay, so I'm not going to use that yet. Sacred Flame. Nice.
Hells, we're attracting too much attention.
I'm sure we're attracting quite a lot of attention. Oh, he has a unarmed strike, a multi-attack. Huh. Are there any corpses around? He can raise corpse zombies, which makes sense, really. That's fine, do nothing for now. We're raising too much attention. I don't necessarily know what that means specifically. I can, however, get here and shoot him, so why the hell not? I should actually see what Crying an Alarm actually does. Alerting its allies, that's fine. I mean, there aren't that many hook crawlers around here. I saw like 2 or 3. I'm not too worried. I will Hunter's Market though. Cool. So, theoretically, if I do a magic missile here, this should do extra damage. Yeah, that's a shitload of damage. Very powerful. Can't see for damn. If I run to the edge, I should have clear vision on it. Let's use a first level guiding bolt. Interesting. So there's a drow here as well. Interesting. Good to know. Really? You missed? Ah, I see. So, one thing I do need to actually do here, though. This is like a separate one. This is the one that I get from the necklace. That's a separate magic missile, which is weird. But if I use my normal magic missile, does that also get the bonus? It does. Okay, fantastic. Well, Chorus can jump. I figured they could. Like, this one's not even in battle. What the hell? What's it doing? What you doing, bud? I think something's broken, clearly. Wait, really? I'm threatened? I call bullshit. So he is technically standing next to us. Good to know. There we go. I'm no longer threatened. Scorching Ray here. Do a healing word on yourself, my dear. Still multi-attack. Alright, magic missile. One here, rest there. Healing word, probably on her. She's by far the lowest health. Oh, I lost concentration on Hunter's Mark. That's a shame. Oh yeah, I'm threatened by the one that's technically like right next to me. Well, Gale being asleep is theoretically problematic. The bullet is still on fire, which is hilarious. Alright, let's sell. Bad attack. Go for it anyway. Nice, it's frightened. Theoretically, that means it should walk away from me and get hit by an attack of opportunity, so that's fine. Nice. Okay. I guess we just Sacred Flame. Right. Fine. You need to get out of threaten range if you can with everybody. Honestly, don't know if you can. Sure. I hit, so that's something. This is going to end up being a much longer fight than I was anticipating, but, you know, whatever. Nice. Good damage on the multi-attack, dude. This guy's impressive. The bullet is healed somewhat. Whole person is annoying, but I think ultimately fine. I made my save, so that's something. Do I get Gale up, or do I hit? I think I hit. And then do a second wind. That works. Perfect. Halt. Bullet doesn't get to go. Healing word on Gale. I can shoot this drow. Sure, let's hit the drow. Made the save on the lightning, unfortunately. Jump here. Multi-attack on this guy. Nice. Gale's turn. He can't really do about anything. He can do reflective shell on himself though, so do it. And get out of Lysel's range. And hopefully the range of the bullet as well. It's turning into a... I already used my bonus action too. This is a hell of a fight. Unfortunate miss. Acid arrow. Fine, I guess. The bullet is problematic, don't get me wrong, but I'm gonna keep ignoring it. This guy, theoretically, I think, should be able to get to here relatively easily and then do a multi-attack. Unfortunate miss on the last one, but I can deal with it, I think. That's an 80% chance. I think take the 80% chance, right? Nearly knocked him over, but whatever. Just hit it. Perfect. I think the bullet is leaving. Unless it's just burrowing somewhere closer to us. Which is definitely a possibility. Did you just cast Blur? Son of a bitch. I think that's actually not bad, because that should light him on fire, irrespective of Blur. There we go, killed him. I'm gonna give a quick save here, just in case that, the bullet shows up again. The bullet seems to be healing in between encounters, by the way. Just so as you know. I have no spell slots for anybody. So that's a thing. Let me actually talk to this Myconid guy, shall we? Let's talk to Glut.
It is time. We take death to the Dweger.
I don't really want to do the Duragar fight. Look at this. Is that a whole Duragar settlement? Is that what that fucking is? I don't really want to do the Duragar fight with literally no spells. It seems we're gonna have to fight this bullet again. And I'm very close to death, so, you know, that's the thing. Drink a potion of invisibility, actually. Wait, did you drink it? No. There we go, that'll work. No longer obscured by shadow. I doubt I can push the bullet. That's why I'm reticent to use that. I'm not reticent to use this potion of speed, though. There we go. Alright, let's drink this potion of speed. That gives me 2 actions. Arrow of Acid first. Then regular Acid. That lowers his AC, so now I've got a 70% chance to hit. Perfect. Are there any bodies around here? Not that I can see. My Myconid guy might die, but not a whole lot he can do. She can hit him from here. Melee attack that shit. Missed, but whatever. Give yourself a slightly higher AC. I think that gives her 19 AC, which is worth it, in my opinion. I'm going to put Survival Instinct on... I can't do it. That's fantastic. I can't do it on Gale because he's invisible. So I'm going to put it on myself. We're then going to go to the next turn. My Myconid is still alive. My Ranger is not. Well, my Myconid is no longer alive. What I was trying to do there, by the way, was do the help action here, which I can't. Unfortunately, I may as well do a dash. I take it back. Dash broke invisibility. I was unaware that happened. Menacing attack. Missed, unfortunately. Run straight in. Failing badly here. This could end up being a reload by the look of it. Sacred Flame! I'm just gonna reload that. I often don't do that, but goddamn. Bullet just appeared and destroyed me. What I actually want to do is go back to the surface and rest. The problem with that is I think that Myconid will leave. I am, however, going to do it anyway, so let's do that, shall we? I can do a short rest. Short rest is something I can do. I feel a bit better about that, I guess. Alright, let's see what happens if I go to camp. Anyone want to talk? No one wants to talk specifically, so let's sleep. We're now back in the Underdark, and... we technically now have 2 Myconids. We don't actually, it's only 1, so that doesn't actually make any functional difference, but it's interesting nonetheless. I'm gonna check a healing word out here, just to get this guy back up. I really should have done Cure Wounds, is what I should have done.
Take cure.
There we go. And let's go Aid. Fantastic. Alright. So, that's going to be the end of this episode. It was already probably pretty long. I may have cut out that fight with the bullet. If I did, we fought a bullet and we died. So... I restarted at my save point, and then I went to camp so I could heal everyone up and get their spell slots back, everything like that. But, something else I should do here, by the way, is give myself... let's drop... here it is. Drop Shatter, give myself Mage Armor. Cast Mage Armor on myself. You can do this, by the way. Drop Mage Armor. Put on... I have False Life too, right? False Life on myself. Drop False Life, and give me back what I had, which was Shatter. Cool, that works. Cool, so everyone now is buffed up considerably in their health. We're sitting on 43 health on Gale, which is ludicrous. He has the most health out of everybody. And he has pretty good armor at the moment too. So, that's going to be it for this episode. We're going to continue exploring, probably fight some Duragar next episode by the looks of things. But, if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like. If you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. And as always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time for more Baldur's Gate 3.